Make yourself comfortable before finding a new position in Balasana. Knees wide as the mat, toes touching. Sink the hips to the heels as you stretch the arms forward by spider walking on the fingertips all the way to the top of the mat. Keep on the fingertips, keeping the spine as long as possible until you find a little bit of resistance and that maximum point where your hips can go no further towards your heels. And then sink with the next exhalation down, hips to heels, and roll the shoulders away from the ears as you soften through the palms and place the palms onto your mat. Taking nice deep belly breaths here into the back body for the inhale. And exhale, sinking hips to heels, softening with each breath, keeping shoulders soft. And as you sit here, the longer you sit here, the more chance that your hips will touch your heels if they're not already. Keeping soft, thinking about the breath. And then on the next inhale, look towards your hands and walk your hands to the left side of your mat to about a 45-degree angle. And once you find that maximum stretch, you should feel a little stretch through the right hip. You can soften again through the hips. Drop the head level with the arms and roll the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the palms soft, feeling that gentle stretch through the right side body, through the hip, all the way through the lat, in towards the shoulder. Keeping soft and relaxed, sinking all your weight into the mat. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale, and then on your next inhale, look towards your hands and then walk your hands to the opposite direction, 45 degrees to the right side of your mat, stretching your fingertips as far as you can away from you until you feel a little stretch through the left hip, and then exhale the hips down, hips to heels, softening through those hips, using your breath in towards your spine, all the way down to your hips, relaxing the shoulders, softening through the palms, maybe even relax your forehead on the mat. And deep belly breaths. Nice long inhale, nice long exhale, softening with every breath, keeping heavy through the body. And then the next inhale, come towards the center again. Rise through the hips, come into a tabletop position. Try to get your shoulders stacked underneath your wrists and your hips stacked on top of your knees. And then gently press the belly button down towards the floor and kick the tailbone up, rolling the shoulders away from the ears to open up the thoracic spine and pinch the scapula together. And then change the direction by pushing the belly in towards the spine, arching, protracting through the upper back, shoulders still on top of wrists, palms and knuckles pressing down, hips still over knees. And then inhale once again, finding a little bit of fluidity, mobilizing the spine as your chin comes away from the chest, you open up the chest. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine, navel pulling in, chin to chest, arching through the upper back. Pressing the knees and hands to the ground. One more time, inhale, chin away from chest, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back and pinch the scapula together, tailbone kicking up. Exhale, chin to chest, arch through the spine, protract to the upper body, press the hands, the knuckles down, and then neutralize the spine. And we're going to go for the same movement, walking the hands to the left, 45 degrees, arching and protracting through the upper back, chin away from chest, chin to chest, pulling the belly in, engaging the abdominal strength as you do so. Really thinking about kicking tailbone up, then pulling tailbone down, moving at your own pace here. Find your rhythm, keeping the shoulders stacked on top of the wrists, knuckles and palms pressing down. Moving over to the right side, similar tabletop position, feeling that stretch still through the left side as you try to keep your hips level, chin away from chest, chin to chest, arching through the upper back. Inhaling up, pressing belly button to floor. Exhaling down, pulling belly up to ceiling. Inhale up, chin away from chest. Exhale, chin to chest. belly in, and then walk towards the center of your mat one more time. Extend your arms as wide as the mat, palms at the corners of your mat, or even wider if you need. And then slowly keeping hips stacked on top of knees, not ahead of the knees, not behind the knees. I want you to drop your chest down. Don't worry if your chest doesn't touch the ground. This is not the goal. The goal is to open up your upper back, middle back. If your chest reaches the ground, then that's fantastic. Maybe you can walk your hands in a little narrower. But if you have tight shoulders and you know it, keep your arms nice and wide. Roll the shoulders back. You can rest your chin or your forehead here on the floor, but notice your hips should stay on top of your knees. On the next inhalation, come all the way up, and yes, we're going again to the left, 45 degrees, puppy pose. Knees still underneath hips, and getting that stretch to the right side here, working deeply on the right, left, and center. Roll the shoulders back and drop the chest down, chin away from chest, resting on the floor. Rolling those shoulders continually away from the ears to open up the thoracic spine. Inhale, rise. Walking over to the right side. Dropping chest down. Make sure your hips are still stacked on top of your knees, not ahead or behind. And then stretching deeply, more deeply through the left lat. As you open the thoracic spine, middle spine, by pulling the shoulders away from the ears, dropping through the arms, softening through the hands, belly button being pulled in as you support the lower back. And then inhale, come back to center. Get those hands, wrists underneath the shoulders again, and then gently curl the toes and come up to a downward dog position. Downward dog, paddle through the feet, moving the hips left to right just to loosen up your legs, release any tension, residual tension there. Keeping the palms and knuckles pressing down, shoulders open, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Spine is nice and straight and tailbone is kicking up. And we are done. You can do this 2 to 3 times. It's a great practice for the morning, mobilizing the spine. Namaste.